My name is Rachel. I'm 28 now, but this all started when I was just 19, young, impressionable, and totally unaware that I was standing at the edge of something extraordinary. Before we dive into this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into it. That's when I met Nathan. Nathan wasn't flashy or loud, but he had this quiet depth that drew me in from the moment we met in our freshman philosophy class. He remembered the tiniest details I mentioned in passing, brought me snacks during exam week, and always made me feel like I was the most important person in the room. For 5 years, he loved me with this unwavering, gentle intensity that made me feel safe and special. After graduation, I moved in with him. We got this tiny but cozy apartment in Chicago and started building a life together. When the pandemic hit and the world closed in, Nathan held our little world together. He watched my guilty pleasure reality shows, cooked my favorite meals when I was stressed, and did everything to keep me calm. He was all in completely, utterly devoted to me. And I was ... content. Until I wasn't. It started subtly. Annoying restlessness. A quiet voice asking, "Is this it?" I'd gone from living with my parents to college, to sharing a life with Nathan. I'd never had a wild phase. Never explored. My friends, especially my younger sister Brooke, my best friend Olivia, and our mutual friend Sasha, started noticing my unease and feeding it with their own doubts. "Don't you think Nathan's a little too accommodating?" Olivia would ask. "Where's the challenge? Where's the passion?" Brooke, always the wild child, told me I was wasting my 20s being someone's girlfriend. Sasha showed me dating apps, flaunting profiles of guys who were CEOs, bodybuilders, aspiring artists. They made Nathan's quiet, steady presence feel ... unimpressive. At first, I defended him. "He's just kind," I'd say, but their voices stuck in my head, and slowly, I started viewing his kindness as weakness. His eagerness to make me happy felt suffocating, not sweet. His predictability, once comforting, now felt boring. I started testing him. I'd suggest restaurants I knew he hated, just to see if he'd say no. He never did. I picked fights over nothing. I questioned everything: his lack of ambition, his devotion to me, his hobbies that had faded under the weight of my preferences. I blamed him for the very things I'd once praised. I resented how easily he bent to make me happy, and I completely ignored the fact that I was the one who asked him to. Then, I lost my job, downsizing. Nothing personal, but it felt like a sign, like the universe was saying, "It's time to break free." My friends saw it too. "You have nothing holding you here," Sasha said. "You can rediscover who you are without Nathan clouding your path." And I bought it. I told Nathan I needed space. He offered solutions: couples therapy, job searches in new cities, even taking time off together. But I'd already made up my mind. I told him I didn't know who I was outside of our relationship, that I needed time to figure that out. He didn't get angry. He didn't guilt-trip me. He just ... hurt, visibly, deeply. When I started packing my things, he came home early and saw me loading boxes into my car. The look on his face, God, I still see it when I close my eyes. He begged me not to leave, dropped to his knees, said we could fix it, that we'd find our way back. I looked down at the man who had loved me so selflessly and felt nothing but cold conviction. "This isn't what a strong man does," I said. "This is why I have to go." And I drove away. For a while, I felt free, like I'd finally done something bold and brave. I landed a new job, went out more, dated casually. Nathan tried to contact me at first: texts, calls, emails, flowers. Each one only reinforced the narrative my friends had written for me. He was clingy, desperate, dependent, so I blocked him. 3 months later, my mom mentioned bumping into Nathan's mother at the grocery store. "He's doing really well," she said. "Back in therapy, reconnected with his old bandmates, playing guitar again." I should have been happy for him. Instead, I felt a sharp, unexpected sting. Why wasn't he miserable without me? But Nathan wasn't just doing okay, he was thriving. I started hearing things. He got a promotion, started performing at open mic nights, joined a hiking group. I saw pictures on mutual friends' feed, smiling, relaxed, radiant. He looked ... happy, and I hated it. I hated that he'd become everything I'd said I wanted, but without me. Meanwhile, my dating life was a mess. I met guys who were strong and driven, but they made me feel invisible. One guy, Damien, was so consumed with his career, he barely noticed me. Another, Kyle, had opinions about everything but no interest in hearing mine. I started missing Nathan's thoughtfulness, his gentleness, his effort. I realized I had Dan T wanted him to be different. D wanted him to be himself with just a bit more confidence, but I'd crushed that version of him. Then came the final blow. 8 months after I'd left, I unblocked his number and reached out just to see if we could talk, maybe be friends. He replied politely but distantly, said he was doing well, said he hoped I was too, but he didn't want to reopen old wounds. He'd moved on, and I finally panicked. For the first time, it hit me. I'd ruined the best thing I'd ever had because I let other people convince me it wasn't enough. 2 years later, I saw the engagement post. Her name was Elise. She was a school teacher, volunteered at an animal shelter, and had this warm, genuine smile in every picture. She posted, he asked. I said yes. Can't wait to marry my best friend. Nathan looked transformed, confident, joyful, completely at peace. Elise looked like the kind of woman who appreciated the very qualities I'd thrown away. His romantic gestures, his quiet consistency, his unshakable loyalty. I'd been the one to make him doubt himself. She was the one who helped him shine. Watching them get married was like watching a version of my life that I'd burned to the ground. I couldn't even blame her. She didn't steal him. I gave him away. She was simply wise enough to see his value and kind enough not to break it down. Now, I'm 28. I watch my friends get married, buy homes, build lives. The same friends who told me I needed freedom are now celebrating stability, and I'm stuck alone, bitter, haunted by the weight of my own choices. People say everything happens for a reason. I disagree. Some things happen because we make selfish, short-sighted decisions, and some mistakes you don't get to fix. Some people, once you break their heart, won't give you a second chance to do it again. Nathan was my once-in-a-lifetime, and I treated him like he was temporary. Now he's someone else's forever, and I'm no one's anything. And honestly, that's exactly what I deserve.